Hi, in this video I'll show you how to add an existing repository which you are already working on to the GitHub. So let's say there is some project which you are working on and which is not in the Git yet. You can do that by following these steps. So first, uh, let's go to that project folder. So in my case, it is in this folder. Go to Finder, and so if you see that this is the project what I am working on. This is not a Git project, so you can see that it does not have any .git folder. So this is not a Git project yet. So first you need to make this as a Git project. So for that, go to the same path in the terminal. So I'll do cd to that folder, and here is it, and do git init. Now, okay, so now you can see that it created a Git folder for you. So now this is a uh, Git project. Now go to GitHub. So go to github.com and create a new project. So I'll name it as the same name as this project and create it. So uh, keep it in mind. Do not initialize this repository with a README. That may result in conflicts because the first commit will be done by the GitHub, which puts this readme.md. So let's not mess up. So I'll not pick this one or any of the other things. So I don't want GitHub to add a git ignore or a license or nothing. So I'll just want to I'll just make GitHub to create an empty repository for me. So I'll click on create repository. Now this creates a repository for me with nothing. And now copy the Git repository path, which is this. Let's do a few more things before that. So I just created a Git. I just did Git init, but I did not actually committed anything, my existing code to it. So let's do that fast. For that, you do git add dot, which actually adds everything, and then do a commit. So for that, git commit. Maybe you can mention a message, say initial commit. So now you have created all these this added all these files to the commit. So of course some of these are not required, like my dot project dot class path files. We'll come back to it, we'll ignore them. So if you don't want to add in the initial commit itself, you can actually pick and choose those files, rather just saying git add dot. Okay, so now you're done. Let now the third thing you need to do is link the remote repository what you just created and link it to the remote origin. So for that, what you need to do is go to the repository what you created in the GitHub and copy the path and come back to the terminal and say git remote add origin and paste the URL what you copied. So now this added the git remote uh, to this thing. Now you can actually cross check this with this command. So use a git remote say verbose, so should show you that. So as you already committed, the last step what you need to do is doing the git push and say -u to this origin and to the master branch. Okay, this guy is asking for my username because the SSH key I did not upload to the GitHub. So you need to authenticate that you are the owner of that repository by giving your GitHub username and passwords. So let me quickly give that. I authenticated my user. Now it started pushing the code and it done with it. So if you go back to the Git again and if you refresh this project, you should see the code now. So you can see that it made one commit with all the content where I mentioned my message as initial commit. This is how you can add your existing project to a new Git remote repository. Thank you.